Hi all! I'm getting comfortable so I can shift position in like 2 minutes. I'm turning this a bit. I'm ready. Hi all! It's Kelly from LOCH BRIAR Knits coming to you from a somewhat cloudy Nova Scotia, Canada. This is episode 47 and I am collectively. We're off to a good start. My whole theme for the new year was going to be to try to get through my intros smoothly, seamlessly. How's that going, Kelly? This is a knitting podcast, and it is episode 47. Oh, yeah. 47 times I've done this. Still don't have it down. So, knitting podcast. I have not a whole lot to show you. I'm just going to preface that right up front. I almost had a finished object for you, but I was trying to get done this morning. I just thought I'm going to be here all day, and it's my birthday today, so I took the day off work, and I wanted to do some things, podcasting being one of them. But the other things require me to actually go outside of the house, so I had to stop knitting, and I didn't finish what I was going to finish. So anyway, whatever. Another guy. Oh, look, my Shop Around the Corner mug. Shop on the Corner mug. Shop Around the Corner, I think, was a movie. Or a book. Oh my God. It doesn't matter. Are any of you still here? Any of you new viewers, I apologize. The beginnings are usually a little rocky, but I think we get going pretty smoothly after that. Relatively speaking, smoother. Let's go with that. But to any of you new viewers, welcome. Thank you so much for checking us out. We hope you'll come back. And to all you returning viewers, thank you for coming back, despite the somewhat hackneyed beginnings. You guys are awesome. For any of you who have not subscribed, the little subscribe button is on one of these sides. It's a little button. It says subscribe. If you want to be notified of the upcoming episodes, just hit the little bell and you'll get the notifications. And where to find me, which I think I completely forgot to do last episode. So I'm most active on Instagram as Kelly L. Boyce. And there's a Ravelry group for the podcast LOCH BRIAR Knits. And my username on LOCH BRIAR. My username on Ravelry is LOCH BRIAR. And my Etsy shop where I sell my hand-dyed yarns is LOCH BRIAR Knits. So I'll put all the information where to find me kind of down below. I don't think I'm leaving anything out, but who knows? I may. I've actually completely forgotten everything I just said 1 minute ago, so I'm like a goldfish. Anyway, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I love my birthday. I literally love my birthday. I turned 52 today. I don't feel it. Actually, I don't even know what 52 is supposed to feel like, so maybe this is what it feels like, and I just always assumed it would be something different. So we're going out. My husband and I are going out to celebrate tomorrow, because otherwise he'd have to come home from work, rush, change, then literally drive back to where his work is. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to celebrate today because I have the day off, and my celebration is actually being able to do whatever I want today. So I'm okay going out to dinner on Saturday, because that way we can kind of, take our time. We don't have to feel rushed, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to one of my favorite restaurants, the Press Gang, which is actually where my husband and I had our wedding dinner. We had a very small wedding, literally 13 people, including us. So we had like my immediate family, like my parents, my brother, my sister, and their spouses. And then his dad, his dad's girlfriend, his brother's fiance, and now wife, and my grandmother. And that was it. And then us. I don't think I'm leaving anybody else. His son was there for the ceremony, but not the dinner. And then we all went to like the Press Gang, and they have a private room that holds 13 people. And we all jammed in there and had a great time. But it's always been our favorite, one of our favorite restaurants. So we're going to go there and have a good feed. And I'm not even going to worry about the fact that I've been trying to cut back and work out every day because it's my birthday. So, yeah. So anyways, that's what's going on here right now. Let's get into the knitting because I don't think there's any administration left to do. I don't think so. So, let's get into it. First off, what am I drinking? My usual lemon thriller tea from President's Choice. I know, exciting and new. And, of course, in my shop on the corner mug. And I call it that because I bought it at the shop called Shop on the Corner in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. It's one of my favorite mugs. It's so pretty. I have two. I have another one that's very similar. Anyway, let's see. So let's just hop right into what I almost finished, which is my Veronika Cardi by Shannon Cook. Now, so I tried to get most of the dog hair off of it, but I'm looking at it now thinking, not completely successful, and I am going to push back because this thing's a bit of a monster. And I think I figured out kind of what's what. So, okay, this is the bottom, the back bottom. So basically, wait. It's, no, wait, that's not it. Wait, it's going to be like this. Yeah. Okay. I got it. Okay. Hang on. It's under control. So, here's what I have left to do. I have to do the ribbing on the back. So I have to pick up stitches. Come back down here and talk to you. I have to pick up stitches on the back. Gonna have a whole hair situation on our hands in a second. Yeah, so I've got to just pick up the stitches here and then do like about, I think it's 3 1/4, 3 1/2 inches of ribbing. See, I didn't get all the dog hair. Yeah, and then I guess I just will seam it to this, the sides. And then you've got like the armholes so that, nope, wrong way, Kelly. Wait. Oh my God. Okay. Right. So then, nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Here. I'm gonna need a class on how to wear this. So it will, minus the ends that haven't been woven in yet, it will look like this. There. So it will look like this, only the sides will be seamed. So I think how it will go, yeah, it'll just be kind of like, you know, the sides will be seamed here. You poke your arms through here. And then, yeah, it's actually, this is the first time I've literally tried it on how it's supposed to look. Because I laid it out flat before I came downstairs just to get a sense of which end was up, because I had no idea. I was just literally following the instructions. I had no idea which part of the sweater I was working on, because when you're doing it, it's sort of got, you know, it's in kind of a weird, it's like you splayed open a sweater trying to figure which end was up. So anyways, I laid it on the table flat, and when I did that, I was like, oh, okay, I understand, like, I understand what I was doing now. That's my little progress keeper, my sheep. So yeah, so this I really could have used in the office this week, because apparently turning on the heat was not something they had planned on doing. The heat was on. It was just cold. It was cold. I don't know why they can't regulate the temperature in that building, but it seems to escape their ability. Anyway, this is it. I love the color. I love like the deep red. I knit it out of Knit Picks. This is probably good dog hair on it too. So this is Knit Picks in their Garnet Heather colorway in the Wool of the Andes. And it's really nice. So I'm not sure, actually, I haven't read ahead in the instructions to find out if I'm supposed to block it and then my hair's doing its own thing today, people. I don't know if I'm supposed to block it first and then seam it, or do you seam it and then block it? I would think you would maybe block it for, you know what we could do? We could read the instructions and just see if they give us any hint on that. Block to finish measurements using blocking wires. Oh yeah, so block and then using the mattress stitch and stable yarn, vertically seam the ribbing of the back. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I block first. So my plan for this weekend is to finish this, block it, and I'm hoping to get it seamed. But I swear, next podcast, this thing's going to be done. The only problem is that I podcast every 2 weeks, and I really want to take this to the office. So I may have to take it to the office and then bring it back. So, but yeah, it's nearing an end, people, and you know what that means. I will get to cast on something new. And I think for any of you returning viewers, I don't even know how to, I'm not sure how to do this now. Hang on. Wait. Oh, here we go. It's under control. Okay. Seriously, like what? Trusty clip. Okay. I hate doing that because then it's just like all forehead. Wait. Just there. No. Okay. Anyway. All right. So that was my, I was pretty much a monogamous knitter. The only other thing I knit on in the past 2 weeks was my Jingleberry sock, which is the Jingleberry colorway from Homespun House. And see how much progress I made? Look at that. Ooh, that's clearly maybe like almost an inch. So I was pretty much completely working on I was going to say the So Very Shannon. I got so very faded in my head. I don't know why. The Veronika Cardi by Shannon Cook. So this is the Jingleberry, which is, the colors in it are just so fun. But what I might do is try to finish one sock before I get too bigly involved. English on my next project, which is The Weekender. So they asked for a tubular cast on for this. They being Andrea and Mowry. I've never done a tubular cast on, so I had to look that up. So I was watching So Very Pink. Maybe that's why I have So Very Faded in my head. So Very Pink, or just Very Pink. Very Pink Knits. I forget. I'm going to put a little link in case anybody is not aware of her. She has the best knitting tutorials. I love them. But I was watching hers on how to do a tubular cast on because in my head I was convinced it was going to be this really difficult thing. And then I was watching the tutorial going, oh, that's not that hard at all. So I may try to get that cast on this weekend, but I want to try to get one sock finished and the other one cast on for my Jingleberry socks just to get that going. But I also feel like I need to cast on one more thing. And I would like to do a hat that's in DK weight yarn. I've got like my, oh God, blanking. Oh, brain fart. Slouch sock hats, Sockhead hats. Thank you. I have my Sockhead hats, but they're in fingering weight. And I know I can adjust the number of stitches that I put on, and I may just do that for DK weight because I do like the construction of that hat, and I just want something I can knit up pretty quickly because the problem is that it's January now, so we're getting into like some of the colder months, and next week is supposed to be super cold. Apparently we're getting a storm on Sunday, but it may be more rain here, but then after that the temperatures are supposed to drop. And so I just want a warm hat. So like a little warmer than, the Sockhead hats. So I've got two options. I've got this gray alpaca, which is, what did I do with my glasses? So this is Llammor by Hikoo, and it's 100% baby llama, not baby alpaca. It is light gray, and yeah, so this would be, I've got two of these. Jeez. It's going to be a hair day. So I've got two of these, and I love this color. It's really neutral. It'll match everything I have. I feel like it's my Princess Leia look, no? So I think I'm going to do that. Now, I did pull this out, which I also love because, oh my God, look at the colors in it. This is Maverick DK, which I think Maverick Fiber Company. I think they may be local to Nova Scotia, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I think I did buy this locally and that it was a local dyer. This is 50% silk, 50% superwash merino, and it's called Cut and Shoot Sprinkle. So that's pretty cool. But the only thing with this is that it won't match everything, and this will. So I think I'm going to go with this, but I'd like to do something soon with this as well. I may still make another hat out of this. I love knitting hats. I may use that for the not apple cider hat. I keep calling it that. The sparkling cider hat by Kirsten of Voolenvine Yarns. Which I think it takes DK weight, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'll have to check that out. Anyway, I think these are going to be it. And I may try to cast that on this weekend just to bang out a quick warmer hat. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Weekender tubular cast on. I don't even remember how we got off this and onto hats. Segue! All right, so regroup, Kelly. This is Nitpicks in the Persimmon Heather. And that's going to be the Weekender, where I put the thing down here. So I have been wanting to knit this sweater since it came out, and I'm really, really excited to get started on that. So I may do the cast on this weekend because where I've never done a tubular cast on before, and even though it looks fairly easy, I haven't actually tried it yet. So I want to have the time to kind of get it cast on and get a few rows done on the tubular cast on. And in the evenings, I only have like about 45 minutes to knit. And I don't know if that's going to give me enough time, especially where it's a new technique. And I can't remember how many, I can't remember how many you have to cast on when you're doing it. Because I'm not sure. I don't even know if this is a top down, bottom up. So I have to cast on 99 stitches for my size. Was I doing it? Yeah, I was doing it in small, I think. Yes. And you start from the bottom up, which this one here, this is the Puntilla by Joji Locatelli. And this one was top down. The Tanya sweater, which turned out to be a disaster, fit-wise for me anyway, was bottom up. And then the Veronika cardi was, I don't know, that might have been sideways over. I'm not sure. So I haven't actually repeated any yet because I've only done 3 sweaters. So it looks like I will be going to bottom up for that. The thing I like about top down is pretty much the thing I think everybody likes about top down is you can kind of measure the length of it as you go and stop where, you know, where it works for you. So, but whatever, right? I mean, meh. I'll figure it out. Anyway, so because it's, let's set that down there, because it's like 99 stitches and it's a tubular cast on, which is a new technique for me, I do want to make sure I've got the time to kind of sit there and get a little bit into it before I set it down again. And when I come home from work, you know, you're a little kind of meh. So, or I am, I don't know, maybe the rest of you are fine. And I don't want to be trying a new technique when I'm just kind of tired and blah, blah, blah. But I do want to get it started. So, yeah, so I think I'm going to try to cast it on this weekend. And then get it started. And I also I might take it with me next weekend. I've got something going on. I'm going to be away for the weekend. I'll talk a little about that and life stuff. So yeah, I'm going to try to get that going and the hat going this weekend. And the second sock knit. Actually, not the second sock, the first sock. So I can do that pretty much anytime because that's socks. It's a vanilla sock. It's a grab and go. I don't need my brain. I don't need my brain to do that one. So that is pretty much what's going on with the knitting stuff. Yeah, like there wasn't a whole lot because I've just been kind of monogamously. Use your words, Kelly. Monogamously knitting on the Veronika cardi. And I'm so close to being done. So close. But I did buy myself a birthday present. I had mentioned last episode, I think, that I had ordered up some Tusken knits from her last, actually I guess second last update now, third last update now. Anyway, they did arrive in time for my birthday. Look at these bad boys. I love this. Oh, they're so beautiful. I'm going to attempt to, I'm not going to take it completely off, but this colorway is called, and I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, I want to say Doune. See it there. And that's the colorway. So this is 100% superwash merino. And it's just like all these beautiful tonal browns. And typical Capricorn, I love me a good earth tone. Look at that. Like it's just it's stunning. And I did actually go back. She had another update, I think a week later. And I ordered 3 more skeins. Not of this color. I got a couple of the other colorways I was trying to get the first time around. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I expect I'm going to put it in a shawl. And I considered using it for the shawl that I was, that I started designing, but I'll show you what I picked out for that. So the shawl I'm going to be knitting is called Sycamore. I'm going to set those there because I'm going to need it. And it's just got some tree motifs and stuff, themes running through it. So I wanted kind of earthy tones. I wanted sort of browns and greens and what have you. So I went down to my local yarn shop and I was looking around trying to get a feel for what colors were best. And I came upon the Herriot Fine from, this is going to blow out a little. I wonder if yeah, it looks a little better. So this is the Herriot Fine from Juniper Moon Yarns. I don't know why I took my glasses off. This is in their Shamrock color. And yeah, that kind of gives a good sense. It's a little brighter than what it's showing here, but it's extremely soft. So I thought that was like the perfect green. And then I was trying to match up the browns, and Mimi, who owns The Loop, which is my local yarn shop, was helping me out. So we came up with this brown, which is by Illimani. So I'm not using all the same yarns, but I'm not too worried about that. And this is the yarn that this sweater is made out of, my puntilla, just obviously a different shade. So we've got these, and then another Illimani from their Echo Llama in kind of a much sort of lighter base. So it's this shawl is going to have the 3 colors, and you sort of alternate one fading into the next, fading into the next, looping back, fading into the next, fading into the next. So it's sort of a progression that way, but I really wanted to do kind of earth tones that were sort of reminiscent of the trees and the earth and that kind of thing. So this, I've got it. I am so excited to get started on working. So we've got, look at that. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited now that I actually have the yarns picked out to really get going on it. So I think I'm not going to probably have time to cast this on this weekend. Maybe I will, because it's cast on in a small corner. So, and then it's sort of easy knitting for a little bit. So maybe I will. I always think I have more time than I actually do. Because I also have to try to get some yarn dyed this weekend too. Okay, I really may be overscheduling myself here. But this was my purchase for me to get started on one of my Make Nines, which was designing my shawl. So yeah, back to the Tusken Knits. If anybody has any ideas of shawls that would look really great with this color, let me know. I'm going to be taking a hunt around and see what I can find. And I think that was it as far as purchases. I did sign up for the Molly at a Homespun House has a Game of Thrones yarn club, which is for 3 months, which I signed up for, and so the January one is on its way. And I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, and the last season starts in April, and the club goes January, February, March. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all of the colors and then decide if I want to do like a 3 skein shawl with them in it, or do I want to do something else? I don't know. So I'm going to be kind of looking at that, but I think I'll wait until I get all 3 of the skeins and then decide what I want to do with them. But I'd like to have them all together. And I think that's it. Should I do that? Oh, there is one other thing that I did, which is sort of non-knitting related, but I heard about, I think it was the Grocery Girls had mentioned, I'm going to grab this out of here. Da. So it's called Wild in the Woods, and she's from Vancouver, and I don't know if that's going to blow. There we go. Let's see. There. So she's from Vancouver, and she makes her products in small batches using like natural products that I believe are found basically in the woods around her. Oh, this is a soy candle, and it's rosemary by your garden gate and lavender for luck. So oh my God, I wish you guys could smell this. It's amazing. So I'll hold it up like you can. Okay. But oh my God, the rosemary and lavender combination. So I bought that, and I also bought, here's her little, isn't that cute? That's so cute. So I bought that, and then I also bought a face oil, which, oh my God, is the best thing I have ever felt on my face, ever. And it was called Selkie. It was called Selkie Face Oil with Rosemary and Sea Buckthorn. And honestly, oh my God. I put it on. I washed my face and I put it on, and it was like this nice cool breeze that touched my face. It felt amazing. I was just like, oh my God. So I would definitely recommend, and I'll put a link to her shop down below, but I would definitely recommend checking out her shop because her stuff is beautiful. I can't wait to go back and buy more stuff. So that was the other little treat I bought myself. Yeah, so I think that was about it. This is definitely going to be, oh my God, this is really going to be a shorter episode. Just because I've been really? I've just been knitting on one thing. But that being said, I have been doing some other stuff. I did dye up a batch of Shut the Barn Door. So these are coming to the shop. The Shut the Barn Door is being replenished because we're all out. So I've got this across 3 bases, the BFL Twisted Sister base, the classic 75-25 sock base, which is this, and the Gush base, which is the merino cashmere base and nylon. So I've got these coming to the shop. I'm probably going to do the shop update. I'm away next weekend. Let's say the first weekend in February. And if I do bump that up a little earlier, just watch on my Instagram. I'll announce it on there. And there are still some stuff left in the shop. I've also marked several items down. But yeah, we've got these coming, and then I did dye up some one-offs, which I'm going to do up a little section in the shop called Middle Children. Middle child. For all of the special one-offs. So this is one that I dyed up. The colors are getting a little blown out, but it is pretty bright. It's kind of crazy bright. It's reds and orange. I had some, I'm trying to get it to, there we go. I had some reds and orange and some other colors sort of left over from when I was doing some dyeing, and I decided I've got a couple skeins here. I'm gonna toss them in the pot and see what comes out, and this crazy thing is what came out. So I don't know what I'm actually gonna call this yet. I don't have a name for it. Burst into flames. I don't know. So I have two of these. Just two that are, so I literally have one skein of this. There's enough to do kind of one skein. I just didn't want to waste the dye. So it's a semi-solid, and it came out as a pink. There's a little bit of dye, and the two colors blended together, and this is what we got. So there's only one of these, and this is on the my 80/20 rustic sock base. So that's what I've got done so far, and then I'm hoping Sunday, it's going to be storming, so we probably won't be going anywhere. I'm hoping Sunday to get a few more colorways done, and then I'm away next weekend, so it'll probably be the weekend after that I'll do the shop update. So that's about it. So in life news, so one thing that's definitely been prevalent in conversations on Instagram and Ravelry has opened up a post has been the issue of racism in the knitting community, and really not just the knitting community, but the communities as a whole, everywhere. I think it's a very important conversation to be had. I'm really glad that it is ongoing, and I hope it continues, because I really think it's something that should be addressed. So I think it's, it's very, I won't say it's a very timely conversation. I think it's a very long overdue conversation. It's a difficult conversation. It can also be a very uncomfortable conversation to be a part of and engage in, but I don't think that's a reason for us to shy away from it. I think it's a very good opportunity for us to kind of learn, from my perspective, as somebody who doesn't experience that, who has the privilege of not having to be faced with that on a daily basis, is that hearing about it from people who do, and having your eyes opened to areas where it occurs that maybe you hadn't even thought of, is important. I think it's very important that we're made aware of that, and not just made aware of it, but then on our own behalf, kind of going forward and seeing what can we do to improve the situation within the community, within ourselves. And there's been a lot of information that's been given in the Instagram posts and the on Ravelry. There's different materials that you can go to that would probably help explain it even more from the point of view of a person of color. And I think these are very good resources. I also think a lot of the work, though, has to be internal as well when you're ingesting that information and asking, you know, have I done this? Have I not done this? Should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? And really kind of examining your own behaviors. Because I think in essence, it all starts with ourselves and how we kind of carry ourselves in the world and how we behave in the world and how we behave to others. So I think it's a really good opportunity to do some self-examination in that respect. So I'm going to put, for anybody who hasn't seen the link on Ravelry, the conversation that started there, they've given a lot of really great links and everything. So I'm going to put the link there. I think it's also a really good idea to go over there if you haven't yet and really kind of take a look at the conversations that are being had and kind of use this as a stepping stone to make our community more inclusive as it should be, because I think that's a win-win for all of us, really. And then kind of take that information out into our everyday lives. The old adage that when you know better, you do better. So in my little corner of the universe, what's going on is that I have decided to grab some of my writer friends for next weekend, and we're going to, weather permitting, we're going to go down to the Schooner House for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're going to have a writing retreat. And so writing retreat, there'll be some good food, there'll be probably copious amounts of wine, and yeah, just hang out there and kind of work on our writing. And just, it's always such a good time when you get together with sort of like-minded creative people and just get to kind of kick back and shoot the shit and get some work done and just kind of feed off everybody else's creativity. It's also really good because if you get stuck at a particular part and you're like, I don't know what these people are doing in my book, you can just literally say to the person sitting on the couch next to you, help me out. So I'm really looking forward to it, and it's a great group of friends too, so it's always fun to hang out with them because they're a riot, and it's just going to be a blast. I didn't go to any writing retreats last year for a number of reasons, and I'm really looking forward to kind of getting back with my crew. So I think that's about it. Oh, I have been getting back to the gym in the shoulder update area. I've gotten back to the gym. I've started going I made it 4 times a week this week, and I'm hoping to get there tomorrow. So it'll be 5. Last week I did 3, and then the week before that was just a half week, I think. So I got 2 days in. Cleaned up my diet, and went to physio. I've been doing physio with weights, so that's been really kind of working out good. And I've gotten the okay to do very light weights with upper body, making sure I watch my form. So, and I mean like light weights, we're talking like, I think I did tricep kickbacks with 8-pound weights, which just, it's like a baby weight, but, you know, I'll start there, and as my shoulder gets stronger, I'll be able to up it. But it's really good to kind of get back into a regular habit and healthy eating again. And I'm really looking forward to actually being able to finally get to the day where I can put a barbell on my shoulders and do some squats. We're not there yet. I'm still not allowed to do any barbell work, but someday. So, because, you know, 52 is not kind to a body when you start working out. That's all I'm saying. So I got some restoration to do. But other than that is about it. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to get this edited and probably up Saturday night or Sunday, which you'll know if you're watching. So again, thank you to all the new and returning viewers and subscribers. You guys are awesome. And tune in next week when I finally have a finished object and new things on the needles. So until then, I will see you later, and happy knitting.